If you needed to make $10,000 in the next 30 to 45 days using real estate, with the least risk, the least effort, and the least money out of pocket, what would you do? I flipped houses. I own rentals. I've done creative deals. And if I had to start over from zero today, I would wholesale vacant land. And I'm going to show you exactly why. Let's break this down. Flipping sounds sexy. Buy for $150,000. Sell for $250,000. Make $40,000. But here's what nobody talks about. There are so many components than what meets the eye, many of which you can't always control. You have to buy right, rehab right, finish on time, sell before the market shifts. You can't control appraisals, inspections, hidden repairs, contractor delays, buyer financing falling apart, and you own the property. That means you own the debt, the holding costs, the insurance, the taxes, the risk. Most flips realistically take 4 to 6 months minimum, so if you net $15,000 after half a year, that's not efficient capital velocity. Now rentals? I love rentals, especially mid-term rentals, but that's for a different video. But they are not fast money. Most rentals net $200 to $500 per month. That means it could take 2 to 3 years to clear $10,000 in actual profit. And one air conditioning unit or roof replacement, $4,000 to $6,000. That wipes out a year's worth of cash flow. Rentals are a long-term wealth play, not a fast cash strategy. Wholesaling changes everything. Because you're not buying the property, you're controlling it with a contract. There are only three pieces: the seller, you, and the buyer. You lock up the deal at a discount, or in other words, sign a purchase agreement with the seller below market value because they really need the cash more than they want the property. Then you assign it, or in other words, sell the contract to a buyer for a higher price. You get paid the spread. Now here's the critical distinction. You can wholesale houses. You can wholesale mobile homes. You can wholesale commercial real estate. You can wholesale any kind of real estate. But the easiest? Vacant land. Wholesaling houses is harder. Why? Because houses require interior access. Showings, photos, tenants, lockboxes, scheduling, and repair estimates. But land? It's dirt. No interior, no tenants, no walkthroughs. Buyers can drive by anytime and can check zoning, pull comps, review topography, all online for a faster disposition, and have a cleaner transaction. Let's talk real risk. Flipping risk can equal 6 figures of profit loss. Land wholesaling risk? Typically, the title search. $250 to $500 and the earnest money. $100 to $2,000. Now here's where people mess up. Your contract includes a due diligence period. This protects your earnest money. During that period, your earnest money is refundable. That gives you time to verify title, confirm land usability, and most importantly, find your buyer. If you cannot find a buyer during due diligence, you'll want to renegotiate and extend the due diligence period or cancel the contract properly. If you let it expire without action, your earnest money becomes non-refundable. Now your risk becomes the title search plus earnest money. Still very low risk compared to a flip, especially since you can always have your earnest money refunded within your due diligence period. That's huge compared to once your money is in a flip, it's in the flip. Now let's talk through actually how to do this using a free site like Zillow. Why Zillow? Because Zillow shows me demand. I look for areas with lots of recent sales, new construction activity, strong price points, and desirable neighborhoods. Sales activity equals proof buyers are active. You don't create demand, you follow demand. Now that I know where houses are selling, I zoom in and look for vacant lots nearby. Why? Because builders need inventory in hot areas. You're simply locating supply inside proven demand. Now we move to the GIS. GIS stands for Geographic Information System. Every county has one. It's basically a public mapping system that shows detailed property data. This is where you'll verify owner name, parcel number, lot size, topography, rivers or streams, flood zones, city limits versus county, easements, and more. The GIS protects you from chasing bad lots, and best of all, is free. Once you have the owner's name from the GIS, you skip trace to get their phone number. Then you call or text. The key question isn't, would you sell? It's, what would you need cash to let this property go? Why let it go? Because that uncovers motivation. If they hesitate, they may not be truly motivated to sell at a discount. If they give you a real number, now you're negotiating. Example, seller says they'd let it go for $30,000. You know builders are paying $40,000 to $45,000. You sign a contract with the seller at $30,000. Then sign a contract with the builder to buy that same lot for $40,000. That's a $10,000 difference that goes to you at closing. No rehab, no tenants, no construction. Just matching discounted land to demand. Let's recap. Flips equals high risk. Rentals equals slow money. Wholesaling houses equals more friction. Wholesaling vacant land equals low risk, low friction, and fast execution. Zillow helps you find demand. Vacant lots supply the inventory. The GIS confirms the details. Skip tracing finds the seller. The due diligence period protects your money. Builders pay the spread. That's how you can create $10,000 or more in the next 30 to 45 days from a computer and a phone and never having to buy the property. If you want the software I use to find land deals faster and multiple times a month, subscribe and comment land below. I'll share the exact tools. Remember, wealth is built, not luck.